Hey guys, what's up? My name is Valu. With a little bit of a less nasally voice this time around. Anyway, welcome back to some more Danganronpa. Let's jump right in. Let's go. I'm ready. How many? Okay, I have a lot. It's like, am I gonna have to start from the top and go like this? Okay. Anyway, hi. How you doing? I'm doing a little better. But I'm not okay with this. So last time we discovered Sakura. Oh, this song is so good though. We discovered Sakura dead, unfortunately. It was kind of obvious that it was gonna be her, but you know, it's still sad. Okay. Better check the Monokuma file. That's right. I saved like right before this so we could get refreshed on what was gonna happen. So let's get started. Better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma file number 4.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is a door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, there was no way in or out till we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna just do regular voice for this. When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. Okay, this simply means that the killer commits his crime and through some special method seals the room. Okay, so he just he does his thing and then just walks out and locks the room somehow. This mainly involves some kind of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Alright, I guess that was right. The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh.
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that. Okay, so a mechanism. But in that case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
Or can we? The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that? They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Sounds like something that sounds like it could have been possible, maybe. Well, if we remember that CG, Hina was kind of blocking the door frame. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the CGs are 100% accurate all the time, but they have been so far, so yeah.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. not a
In
locked
other
room.
words,
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yeah. So when it comes to locked rooms mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. And Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Alright, cool. So, real quick. I do have some theories. And I hope I'm wrong for one of them, but that's the one that feels the most likely to me. And I'm afraid. So essentially, Toko. Oh, okay, that's just a glass. Wait. Okay, there's the. Okay, hold on. We got a lot of stuff to look at. Oh, Sakura. I love when the models just like get really thin. It's just like, oh, you lost some weight right there. Okay. Okay, so essentially my theories is I don't think it's Byakuya. If it's Hiro or Toko, I don't know, it's kind of a stupid reason to kill Sakura. It's because they were afraid or something. Or if it's Toko, like she was really upset because of Hina or something, and she wanted to get back at her. I think, maybe. Who knows? It might just not be that at all. But Hiro was really scared of well, he just wants to get out, so he's been very depressed and scared and terrified. So I don't think it's Byakuya, unfortunately. But Hina is my main suspect right now, unfortunately. But in like 2 different ways, something tells me... Well, no, not 2 different ways. Okay, so Hina is my main suspect right now because I feel like it might be a setup where Sakura was like, maybe like I don't have anything more to go on. Just like we're gonna set this up so that nobody can find out like what happened to me, and I need you to like kill me or something, or I don't know, something like that. Or maybe there's no killer and Sakura is just dead. So she just decided to poison herself, because I feel like it's definitely poison because of this guy right there. Okay, anyway, so those are my theories right now. We'll see how it goes. I'm scared. What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. Good. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. Good, I'm not either. That's fine. Cool. Let's see how hard I can punch him in the face. I'd better go before he crushes my soul completely. It's okay. I'll crush his entire being. Just for you, Makoto. Proteins, I'm X. Chem A2. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. Also, real quick, every time I see a word that has inside of it, I always get a little bit tripped up, because I think like my brain, it's like slightly off. It should be closer to the other letters, and my brain is just like blah, 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 blah. That's in, right? Yeah, anyway. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That's probably the classroom. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. It must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. But they're over it.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably gonna want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how. Maybe it was on the chair? I don't know. Empty protein drink. The chair, speaking of which, the chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning. Yeah, okay. And the door from opening. There was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Okay. Cool. This is another reason why I think it was a setup, or that Sakura just decided not to. Anyway, I don't know why I was starting to speak in French. And I don't know, it just seems very convenient. Unless we find a secret entrance or something. Okay. Let's see. Kyoko. Time! What time is it? It's time to die. It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Was that when Kyoko and I were moving alter ego? This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. Oh! I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
Oh no, the tears, girl. Oh no. But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've lost all their flavor. Hina. Alright, polka dot candy wrapper. Cool. I guess. Alright, Kyoko, what you got?
However...
We're on slightly better terms now, but you better not do that kind of shit that you did last time again, because I'm gonna be real mad. But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
True.
She certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Well, we know that Sakura also wasn't feeling too well in the last few days. She took time to just like relax in her own room, but she was already feeling kind of bad, so I think the poisoning has been going on for a while, if that's part of the case. We already know who did it. No, we don't. We don't, girl. Oops, wait, I clicked outside the window. Oh no, hold on. Okay, cool.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toku, or Hiro, it had to be one of them. I couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. And let me help you find more. Oh boy, okay. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry and that she just wanted to talk to them. This is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Oh, Hina's account. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her. And she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, at the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so we got these. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. It's one of them. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
How did they get the caramel inside the caramel? It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have. Makoto!
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Alright. So, I'm gonna look up how they get that in today. Oh, okay, sorry. As I was checking the ship in a bottle thing, my tummy started hurting and I was just like, no! Okay, alright, so got a lot of stuff to look at still. Huh? The locker's open and they're there on the inside. It's handprints. It's a handprint?
Why?
There's 2 of them. What's a handprint doing there? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open? Don't you think? No? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group? No, because Hina went to get all of them.
Wrong.
Fortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh, that's true, also. Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. Okay.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then what does this handprint mean? Locker handprint. Alright. Feel like someone was stuffed in there or something like that. Or maybe it's just not related at all. But just like to put some evidence like in places where there shouldn't be any. I don't know. Okay. Alright, so we looked at that. Let's look at this first. Oh, also, before I forget, the whole ship in a bottle thing, I think, if I understood clearly, is that they actually set up the thing to go into the bottle and like have it strung up somehow so that when you cut the wires or whatever they used, it'll just like pop back up inside the bottle. If I understood well. I don't know. There's apparently multiple types of impossible bottles, so yeah. There are shards of glass? Okay, so that's probably one of the bottles. Scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Yeah. Glass is all red, and there are the tops and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor. Okay. There was something else on the ground near the glass. Yeah, the knight. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. It fits in the palm of your hand. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean that Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. It just said she had a blow to the head. That's not necessarily the cause of death, but you know, there's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make any sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? She vomited blood. Magazine shelf blood stain. Alright, cool. There's the magazines. Wait, really? That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Alright, Makoto. Okay, sorry. Just gonna check one last time. Alright, I think we just need to check Sakura now. Did she always have those cuffs around her wrists? I never actually noticed. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. But Byakuya.
That's fine.
Bitch. However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Okay, well that's about it, I would say. Yeah. Unless there's something here. No. Okay, so, whoops, sorry. I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. Well, what else can I look at? Do I have to talk to you again? Oh, there's something I need to ask you. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you... Oh, sorry. This guy's killing me. Okay. So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Can you please, like, shift just like 90 degrees so I don't have to look at your dumbass face and just see a straight line? Okay, thanks. 2D fucking paper ass self.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then.
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. Yeah, she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alright, let's go then. Where are you guys? Those other 2 people probably went back to their rooms. Oh, you're just gonna put me here? Alright, fine. Toko was... Toko. Press the doorbell. Ding dong, motherfucker! Okay, sorry. I gotta stop swearing so much. And after a few seconds... Not this again!
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood. Nope,
Hey,
she never is.
Hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back into my room. With that, oh my gosh, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account, alright? Thanks, Toko. Hiro, my boy. I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Oh my gosh. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. That's shady. And she happened to mention it to the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious, yeah. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Oh, sorry. It looks like I don't have it anymore. God, that's so shady. What the heck? With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Was it the wrapper? Yeah, it sure was. Huh?
What?
Oh! Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slid back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? That's exactly what I was thinking, Makoto. Let's go to the chem lab. I'm gonna walk all the way over there. I'll see you there. Data lab. What was in the data lab again? Oh, nothing. Okay. Guess I won't be getting in there. Okay. Chem lab is here. Yep. Oh god. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Yeah, guess what? You're not that smart, dude. Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. Shut up. I think you meant to what you meant to say was yes, sir, I understand. No, shut the freak up. Makoto, don't reply to him. Alright, this isn't my first time seeing this shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. Looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Well, it's definitely poison, I'll tell you that much. What was on the... hold on. There's also footsteps in it. Hold up. Truth bullets. I wanna see. Chem A2. Is it written C4 on it? That's a freaking explosive. What the heck? So C, that's... Okay, it goes here. So that's poison. Proteins were probably in here. What's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Wait, but... Protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. Why does this one have Chem C9? All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number, except one of them. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it there here on accident? No, they were probably messing up with the order of things. So on this shelf is, it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. Have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be a bliss. Not knowing about you was indeed a bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser. Which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. Yeah, shut the fuck up, Yakuya. Okay. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Okay, so we're ignoring shelf B. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous. I wonder why. Is it all the skulls? Skulls and bones? It's the pirates shelf. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit, unit section C. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem lab shelf? Hell yeah. Alright, so over here, we've got three things to look at. We've got footsteps, the thing that's spilled, the powder, and this. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? Is it about how you suck? Yes, I would love to hear that. I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
In other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder. Okay. Powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Speaking of which, these are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. You suck. With an insufferable smirk, thank you for using the same word I was using last time. He handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
what?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. I'm way better at drawing than you are probably anyway, so shh. Thank you. So I got to work and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. Okay, he's got the steps too. So how's this? That's pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Bottle ABC. Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Seriously? Makoto, are they yours? No! You idiot!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Oh no, it really is Hina, isn't it? Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? Or maybe Toko also. Who knows? But with how clear these prints are, should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good long hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went for the left side of the shelf. I mean, they could have gone for the C. You just gotta stretch a little bit. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Okay, cool. Footprints in the powder. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at around the rec room. Alright, sweet. I just want to see like how the steps. Yeah, okay, I can sort of see how they move. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna just like Corey, just slap him around a bunch. I was so freaking satisfied when Hina just slapped the crap out of him. I was like, yes! Makoto, I admit you have a good eye for spotting useful clues. Wow! But you also need to learn to make use of those clues. Holy crap! The first... I guess it's a backhanded compliment at this point. Is there anything else here we could look at? There's something I'm curious about, actually. No, okay. Is this a grand piano? I don't think it's related to the case. Well, whoops. I was hopeful. Maybe someone hit something in the grand piano. Who knows? Maybe that's gonna be part of the next case. Alright, so rec room. This song's so good. I really love this freaking song called Box 15. Okay. So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
See.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Okay. Do you think maybe someone used the magazine to like scoop up the bits and put them here? Let's see. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. One of them is upside down, but Miss Muscle appears, cosplay king. You're going to the what? I don't know. Anyway. Tactical ladies. This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. Toko. Okay. Well, that's... unless Sakura did it. But, you know, this is... One of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bloody letters. Bold bloody letters, sorry. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
what the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Nope. Well, that hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
Oh my god, Hina, please. Don't make this any harder. Come on. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see where you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Exactly. Magazine dying message. Truth bullets. Alright, there's blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. I can only assume that the blood is Sakura's, but that's strange if true. Why is it so far away from where she died? She vomited blood here. And then took one of the magazines and put it upside down. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. Glass is all red. These are the top and the bottom sections of the bottle. They must have originally been a bottle. On top of that, near the glass, it's a Monokuma figure that fits in the palm of my hand. It's so cute! I want one. I think Yoko said she found a new clue involving one of the Monokuma bottles. Okay, what am I looking for? Something new, something new. I mean, I do see like the different chess pieces in the bottle, but you know.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? Well, that says everything. No answer! I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree? I mean, dude. Let's be real. We kind of fucked up, but that was just the game being like, oh, you can't actually do that, huh? I'm gonna put doubt in your mind. Ha ha ha.
Hey,
Actually, there was one other thing about the Monokuma bottle that's been bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Are you gonna smash it over my head? An experiment?
anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not yours. Yes! Yes! Good!
So then...
Kyoko, I love you. Again. Okay. She was just really rude in the last recording session, but, you know, things got better in the end because you talk to people about stuff that bothers you. Come on, guys, it's not hard. Okay. I say that, but sometimes I have a hard time expressing myself. But I try my best. Okay. Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. Why? Why are you going alone? I don't like that. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're gonna use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of the glass he collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Excuse me, why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. Okay, that's a good idea. It's balanced,
In other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same, which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? The same weight. Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and
so
there.
then,
Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? Broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment. Okay, so definitely somebody knocked the shit out of her with that bottle, and it was heavier. Alright, what about Sakura's body? Okay. Touch my body, everybody. Okay, according to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't gonna help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Ugh. Although there are still some times... Can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. Yeah, I feel
True.
that. That's totally normal. Then how can you...
so,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Ew. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Oh, the powder. Her shoes?
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Okay, yellow powder. Excuse me.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
2 blows? 2 blows? Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. Don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Is it time already? Oh no. Hey, what's up?
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Well, ominous door, here we come. Freaking noise. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery.
What?
What the? I was gonna say... Oh, I've only just recently discovered the power of emoticon. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic when you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Ooh. He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. Ooh. I'll see y'all down there. Dance, dance, dance. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
Or, I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Oh, excuse me. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. Oh, girl. No, I'm gonna miss you so freaking much. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? What's up, Hito?
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. Byashkuya? Culprit is one of us. Didn't make no mistake about that. Toroko? Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? I was wondering if we were gonna have some Monokuma coins. Nope. Okay.
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Alright, let's go. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. Oh my god. We're only 6! The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Whoa, holy crap! Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. Oh! And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, and deadly betrayal. Deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, a deadly last trial. Dun dun dun.